Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. Welcome, 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 welcome to the studio for this, the last lesson of the week. Yes, that's right people, it's Friday. So, Friday, the start of the weekend, and we're almost ready. So, what are we waiting for? Well, there's the protocol with the animals, isn't there? Gusti, you know what they have to do, don't you? Well, in fact, you know what not to do. No dancing. Calm down, settle down, and lie down. Just relax, Gusti. Just chill out. Relax and think peaceful thoughts for the next 15 minutes. Okay? Right. 1 down, 2 to go. Margot, you know your choices. Either you go into the garden and sleep there, or if you want to stay here, you have to make sure that you don't get in the way of the telly screen. Okay? Right? Good. And now, yes, the excellent replacement for... what was his name again? Greg. Wasn't it Greg the goldfish? Or Gabor? I can't remember. It was something beginning with G. Maybe it was Gareth. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, it's not important. What is important is that Guy the goldfish, or whatever his name was, has been replaced after he died. Yes, that's right. And now we've got a new, extremely hairy member on our team, Nigel. Nigel the guinea pig. And Nigel is a great bloke. Lovely fellow. Lots of fun. But there is, well, a problem with Nigel. He's pretty noisy. Listen to this. So, as you can see, Nigel's a great bloke, but we can't hear the telly when he makes all that racket. So, the third point, Nigel, please keep quiet for the next 15 minutes, okay? After that, well, it's the weekend. Let your hair down, make as much noise as you like, but for the next 15 minutes or so, turn off the sound machine, okay? Okay, people, we're ready, I think. Are you all ready? Yes? Great. Well then, let's make a start on this, the last lesson of the week. And who remembers what we were talking about yesterday?
Microchip technology. What? Is it microchip technology?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember talking about microchip technology. Does anyone else have any ideas?
Este es el aparato de mi invención. Prácticamente es una máquina de tiempo.
No. What are you people on about? I never said anything about a Mexican time machine. You lot are confused. Right then, let's sort this mess out. Yesterday, we were looking at 2 things which we didn't have time to finish. One thing was the sentences we were doing to practice using the so plus auxiliary verb plus subject form of agreeing with something. And the other thing was the conclusion of Mary and Lizzie's trip to the shoe shop. There was nothing about microchips or Mexican time machines. Now come on, pay attention. Right then, now that we're all on the same page, let's get started, shall we? Okay, ole. So, we didn't have time to finish the sentences yesterday, so let's finish them now. Here are the sentences once again. And yes, why not? Let's hear the music again too. All right, so we did the first, second, third and fourth ones, didn't we? Which means that we've got 2 left. So, what do you think about the last 2? Well, let's have a look at number 5, shall we? I went to bed late last night. Okay, so what tense are we using in that sentence? That's right, Captain Banana. It's the past simple, isn't it? Yes, and? Well, what does that mean? Well, that means it's an easy one. If we use the past simple of a verb in the original sentence, then when we make the so plus auxiliary verb plus subject reply to agree, then we use the same auxiliary verb that we normally use to make questions and negatives with the past simple. That's right, we use the past simple form of the verb to do. And what's the past simple form of the verb to do? Did! Correcto mundo lumbago, Batman! So, let's complete the sentences. I went to bed late last night. So did my kids. So did the crew. So did they. Excellent. So, we know that my kids are they, which is a plural subject form, isn't it? But remember that with the past simple form of do, with did, there's only one form for all subjects. The reply could be, so did I, so did it, so did we, so did you, or so did they. We don't have to worry about changing anything as far as the verb is concerned. Okay then, we're on fire! Right then, Superman, let's carry on, shall we? Yes, let's. Okay, next one, last one, number 6. Next Monday, I'll be relaxing in the sun in Sicily. So will my mum and dad. So will my aunt. So will Chief Mangazuto Butalese. Great! And we finished. And because in that one we were using will, we know that in the reply using so, we also have to use will. Simple. Okay, so that's the exercise finished. Time to move on to the other thing we didn't have time to finish. We were just watching as Mary and Elizabeth Benchfield were going to pay for Lizzie's new blue shoes. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's see how they're getting on. Okay, so you'd like the blue ones. All right, that comes to £34.50. Here you are. Oh, I'm very sorry, madam, but we don't take credit cards. Can you pay in cash? Oh, well, hang on. Let me see how much cash I've got. No, I'm afraid I've only got £27 on me. Well, I can put the shoes aside for you if you'd like. I can keep them until you come back. Well, okay, but we haven't got time to come back today. I'll have to come back tomorrow if that's okay. Of course, madam. Tomorrow will be fine. I'll leave them here and write your name on the box so that everyone knows that you've reserved these shoes. Thank you. The name's Benchfield. Mary Benchfield. Benchfield. Okay, there, that's done. All right, Mrs. Benchfield, I'll put the shoes here by the till and they'll be waiting for you. We close at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, I'll come and collect the shoes about lunchtime, I think. Well, I've got tomorrow off, so I won't be here, but I'll leave a note for my colleagues to let them know that these shoes are reserved for your daughter. Thank you very much. Well, enjoy your day off and thank you again. I will, thanks. Well, have a nice day. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. All right. Well, Lizzie's almost got her new shoes, but there was a problem, wasn't there? The shop doesn't take credit cards, so people have to pay in cash. Okay, no problem. Cash is money too. But Mary didn't have enough cash on her to pay for the shoes. Now, when Mary was looking in her purse to see how much cash she had, she said something to the shop assistant, didn't she? That's right, she said, hang on. Now, this is just another English way of asking or telling someone to wait for a short time. I use this phrase a lot too. Sometimes people say something a little bit different. Sometimes people say, hold on. These two phrases mean the same thing. Some people prefer hang on, some people prefer hold on. They mean exactly the same thing. So it's up to you. Use whichever one you prefer. Now, what other new information did we learn from the conversation that Mary had with the shop assistant? Well, the first new thing that we heard was connected to when Mary wanted to pay. The shop assistant said that they don't take credit cards. Now, this is another way of saying that the shop doesn't accept credit cards. A lot of people think that it's too formal to say that they don't accept credit cards, so lots of people use the verb to take instead. We can also imagine a situation where the shop does take or accept credit cards, but there's a problem with the POS machine. Now, there's another acronym, but with this one, we don't normally pronounce it as a word. With this one, people normally pronounce it as 3 initials. Do you know what an initial is? An initial is the first letter of a word or name. If we look at Chief Mangosuthu Buthelez's name, then we can see that his initials are what? Well, are Chief Mangosuthu Buthelez's initials JD? No. Are they GM? No. His first name is Mangosuthu, which gives us the initial M, and his surname is Buthelezi, which gives us the initial B. So that means that the chief's initials are MB. Okay, what about another example? How about my dad? His full name is Kenneth Blythe Duncan. Okay, that's his name, so what are his initials? KBD, correct. All right, so those are initials, the first letter of a word or name. When I went to the USA, I had to fill in a form with information about myself. One of the first pieces of information that I had to provide or give to the American immigration people was my name. They asked me to write down my first or Christian name, then they asked me to write down my surname, and then they asked me to put the initial of any middle names I have. I've got a middle name, John, but they didn't want me to write John. They only wanted me to put the initial of my middle name, J. Anyway, back to the POS machine. POS means point of sale, and this means the place where something is bought, in a shop. The machine that reads and writes to your credit card is a POS machine or terminal, like this one. Now, sometimes there's a problem with the machine, or perhaps there's a problem with the cable or the telephone line or the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet cable, or I don't know. But when this happens, what do you think the shop assistant will say to the customers? Well, I'm sure the shop assistant will start by apologizing. They'll say, sorry. After that, they'll explain what the problem is. There's a problem with the POS machine. And then they'll tell the customer what this means, what the result of the broken machine is. At the moment, you can only pay with cash, not with a credit card. Oh, and is that the time? Blimey, we're out of time. Jeepers creepers, I had no idea it was that late. Okay, people, wake the animals up and have another coffee. It's time. Well, it's almost time for the weekend to start. Quick, go and have a shower. Make sure you pay attention to the sweaty bits and wash your hair and put on lots of antiperspirant. It's hot and you don't want to smell like a skunk's armpit. Nobody wants to smell like a skunk's armpit. Oh, and that reminds me, antiperspirant. Do you remember anti, the prefix meaning against? This is something that works against perspiration. This works against sweat. It stops you sweating. Right then, go and get your coffee and then start getting ready to hit the town. I'll see you after the weekend, fresh and ready on Monday. And if you feel the need for more English, rush along to www.m5tv.hu. That's where you can catch up on our old lessons and check your vocabulary too. Okay, I'm off. I need a shower and some antiperspirant too. See you later. Have a great weekend. Bye.